It's been predicted that by the year 2044, there is a 75% chance that LA will incur an earthquake at the 7.1 level. And a lot of buildings need to be retrofitted here in Los Angeles. And to explain what buildings need to be retrofitted and how that whole process is taking place, I am delighted to welcome Chief Building Inspector Jeff Napier of the LA Department of Building and Safety.
You see these older apartment buildings all throughout the city with little poles holding up the upper stories. Those are typically what we would call a soft story building.
Okay.
The definition is 2 stories of wood frame construction with an open, let's say, tuck under parking, right? Or a similar space underneath with open wall lines where we don't have the proper shear paneling and supports to resist the forces of lateral forces in an earthquake.
What happens to these buildings in an earthquake?
We all know in the Northridge earthquake, these types of buildings did not perform very well. The buildings, top heavy, create a little bit of momentum and they collapsed onto the lower stories. There were quite a significant loss of life in that earthquake, so the building code has adapted and these buildings need to be upgraded so that they can withstand these forces.
So what is normally required to retrofit one of these soft story buildings? I mean, it doesn't seem possible to me.
Folks out there are pretty creative. Certain companies have come up with their own products that address these type of issues, and they're a little easier to install.
What's the best thing to do if you start to feel an earthquake?
It's best to just get under something solid, a table, get underneath, drop cover, hold on. In these soft story type buildings, you're going to be above the weakness, so you'll be up on top.